Om Shanti. Today's Murli made me think about a relationship with Baba. And most of us today are not good at relationships because there is too less acceptance, too much expectation, and then there is the attitude to take more than you give. So that's why relationships are failing, and relationships are becoming a source of getting emptier rather than, a win-win where both sides are growing and prospering. So everybody thinks about taking more than they give. So you don't think that, okay, I get in the bargain, but the other person also gains in the bargain. That's not the idea. And then too less acceptance and too much expectation, that's also there. And so Baba teaches us everything new, and in Satyug, a relationship is a healthy, beautiful, happy relationship. So Sambandh ka Sukh is also there in Satyug. Now, how, and for everything, Baba teaches us, Baba says, just with the intellect, break away from your old things and old ways, and then forge a new system with me. So, in case of relationships also, Baba says, intellectually, so with the intellect, not intellectually, but with the intellect, you break away from your old relationships and forge a relationship with me, so that I teach you the new way to form relationships. And then you will have a new sanskar with regard to relationships. And this new sanskar will be the basis and also the culture of Satyug. So this is how Baba is teaching us. And today's Murli is beautiful, and in today's Murli there is this lovely, this experience, the stage of being merged in love. You get a point every day at the end. And it's a beautiful point today. It's beautiful every day, but let's take it up today. So Baba says, the father has so much love for the children that he always says, whatever the children are, however they are mine. And it is beautiful because we keep waiting, I think, for 63 births. We keep meeting souls, and we keep waiting for that one who says these words to us, right? So whatever you are, however you are, you're mine. So everybody says unconditional acceptance. And we never heard these words in 63 births. Nobody accepts you as you are. And that's why there is so much hypocrisy. And hypocrisy not only for the other, but for the self also. Because when there is so much rejection of who you are, you don't have dignity about who you are. So you don't feel dignified about who you are. And then you also try to be someone who other people like. And then you also lead a life where you are trying to be someone you're not. And this is the beginning of the relationship with Baba. So when Baba comes, the first thing that he tells us is, I accept you as you are. And Baba doesn't have any conditions about who is entitled to his love and who is not. So when any child comes to Baba across gender, caste, religion, races, sanskars, everything, whether you're educated, uneducated, nothing matters. So Baba loves me as I am. But the real problem arises after that, because nobody said in 63 births, I love you as you are. So we don't know how to respond to that. And everything requires a response. And we are not habituated to responding to someone like that. So nobody said it, so we don't know how to respond. That's the biggest issue. And then you can't just say thank you and walk away, which people do, because Baba says, I accept you as you are, whoever you are, whatever you are, you're mine. And then you say, thank you, Baba. Okay, let me go on with my business now. No, that's not how it works. Because a relationship is always two-sided. And it can be initiated by one, but it has to be reciprocated by the other. And unconditional doesn't mean that it is initiated by Baba, reciprocated by Baba, sustained by Baba, and Baba has taken the whole responsibility to carry it forward. No, unconditional love means when Baba comes, he doesn't keep any conditions. He just accepts me as I am. But then there is reciprocity, and reciprocity is a rule. You cannot overrule reciprocity. You cannot say that the relationship doesn't require any reciprocation. There is no relationship which can be sustained by only one person holding their side and the other person not responding at all. It doesn't work like that. So, in this relationship also, because nobody said these words to us, we don't know how to respond to them, and then we keep responding the way we respond to very conditional love. So Baba today teaches us how to respond also. That's the beauty of Baba, he doesn't complain. If you don't know something, he teaches you. And how many times in life have you told a person that, why don't you just say it when you have a complaint or when you don't like something, or why don't you just teach me the right way? But I think no human being has this capacity, to just say what they want you to do and be so free and so clear in their communication. So Baba doesn't mind that you don't know how to do it. And then he says, in the same way, you children also remain merged in the Father. Say with your heart, whatever Baba is, you are everything. So Baba says, you have to respond by saying, Baba, you are everything to me. Yes, and if somebody loves you the way you want somebody to love you, then you belong to that one. And this belonging is a very big virtue. And this involves being the quality of being obedient, faithful, everything. And we have had 63 births of journey where we have not been obedient, not been faithful, not been so many things. And then with that sanskar, we don't even know how to belong to one. And Baba always says that there are two qualities of a good child, eknami and economy. So somebody who doesn't waste. So Baba's children don't waste anything, neither thought, nor time, nor money, nothing. They put it to good use. That's wisdom. And then there is eknami. Eknami means this ability to belong to one. This ability is a prerequisite to have a relationship with God. And we have this sanskar of bhakti. And what is bhakti? Bhakti bhakti has developed this sanskar where you keep wondering, keep seeking, even if you've got something. So, bhakti has made you quite unfaithful. So, don't stick to one. That's bhakti. And then, in relationships also these days, there is no fidelity, loyalty, and there is no sense of belonging to one. And then Baba says, this is how you respond to God's love. You say, Baba, you are my everything. And I remember that, I think it was Dadi Gulzar ji, and once Dadi Gulzar ji was being interviewed, and the interviewer asked Dadi ji, so Dadi ji, why do you think Baba loves you? So you love Baba is quite understandable. Baba is the ocean of virtues and powers, and okay, so everybody loves Baba. But we know Baba loves you a lot. And then why do you think, what makes you qualify for Baba's love? And then Dadi said, my eyes have not seen anybody after they saw Baba. Or my eyes have not merged into anyone or anything after I came to Baba. And in Hindi, it is better expressed. It is said, Meri aankh kabhi kisi mein doobi nahi. So, what is aankh doobna? So when you see someone or see something and your eyes linger on that thing or that one, and then there is an attraction, and so that is the sign of an empty heart. And Baba, I think in yesterday's blessing, Baba said that somebody who is clear about the aim never sees here and there. Yes, and have you seen that when people go shopping, so if they are very clear about what they want to buy, they don't see here and there. They straight go to the counter, they buy and they leave. And then there is somebody who just, they don't know what they intend to buy, so they keep looking here and there. And the salespeople, they know exactly that that's the person they have to approach. And then they go to them and try to sell them many things. And they end up buying everything that they didn't intend to buy. And that's a wandering eye. And Baba says that after you belong to me, your eyes shouldn't wander. That's how you respond to God's love. And if your eyes still wander, then you have not realized who you found. So your eyes should seek no one and nothing. They shouldn't linger on anything and anyone. There is nothing and no one better than Baba. So when you got the best, you should know the best and then put all your thoughts and your desires to rest. That's how it works. And if you don't know that, then you will lose. Because if you don't value what you've got, then you end up losing it. And value is, you don't value things by saying, I value you. That's not how you value someone. So, these days it's very interesting. So, your actions don't reflect it, and then you say, I value you. No. Baba says, you just can't tell me I value Baba, I love Baba. So this is the sign of love, that you don't want anything, you don't look at anything, you don't seek anything, you don't, so you care for everything, but then you don't care. You care because you are a caring being, you are a child of God, but then you don't really care. Don't really care means you're not bothered by anyone or anything, because you found your world, and that's how you respond to God's love. And that's how you enter into a relationship. So, moving from love to relationship is about trust and commitment and doing the needful. And when you do the needful, and then in this, love, when Baba loves you and you love him back the way he teaches you, then you enter into a relationship. And a relationship with Baba is a relationship which gives you everything. It makes you the master of heaven. So, when you enter into a marital contract, you become eligible for inheritance. So it's like that. So then you are into a contract, and then you are eligible for inheritance. And it is interesting, and I can speak from experience, that belonging to Baba and one Baba is very, very profitable in every way. So people, when they have a relationship with somebody who is a king or somebody who is a wealthy person, they think they are benefiting, but you don't know. And probably because you are also Baba's children and you have the experience, so you know how valuable and how profiting this relationship is. And who doesn't want to be in this relationship? So only those who don't know the relationship don't want to be in it. If you know it, you understand it, I think you cannot turn it down. So Baba says, so say with your heart, whatever Baba is, you are everything. Never be influenced by anything in the kingdom of falsehood. So anyways, Maya is called Maya, and Maya is translated as illusion in the world. So it's falsehood, and there will be things that will come up, and then they will try to lure you towards them. It could be people, it could be places, it could be things, it could be power, position. But then Baba says, don't let your eyes linger on anything. So it will all come and go, but I'm here to stay with you, and I'm here to make sure you are taken care after that also. So remain stable in your kingdom of truth. And for that, you have to revise the truth every day. So, The Murli morning meditation is very important for you to develop the strength to not get sucked into falsehood. And if there is no attention to the true Murli and the true connection with Baba every day in Amrit Vela, then chances are we will get sucked into falsehood. And have you seen somebody who has been deceived? They lose all their dignity. Yes, somebody who has been conned and deceived, they lose all their dignity. And Maya can do that to us. Maya cons us, and then you lose all your dignity. And in that desperate moment, you make more mistakes, and then the cycle continues. So, and I will also tell this here that sometimes, inevitably, because we have been in 63 births, Maya has been deceiving us. So sometimes we will get into the trap of Maya, but and we will lose our dignity. We will end up thinking something, saying something, doing something which is very beneath us, and then it will have consequences which will hurt your ego, or it will take away some strength, whether it is physical, emotional, spiritual. It will rob you of your strengths and maybe money, something you will lose. But in that moment, rise gracefully. So again, don't do something desperate to correct that. So don't get into the trap of Maya. So you do something, and then you get caught, and then you lose your dignity, and all of that happens. Then just face it. And what is facing? Power to face is continue come what may. Continue come what may. Don't try to don't try to convince somebody that no, you're not this person or this or that. Okay, they figured it out. It's okay. No big deal. Just continue come what may. That's power to face. And then actions speak louder than words. If you correct yourself, drama is with you, Baba is with you, and you will regain your dignity. But don't do something desperate because what you did made you lose your dignity. So I want to really highlight this because sometimes we don't know how to deal with mistakes, and then we end up making more mistakes because of that. So if there is a mistake, okay, if there is a stern eye that you see because of that mistake, if there are words you hear because of that mistake, face them. And face doesn't mean go and challenge them. No. Challenge yourself that you're still who you are despite that. Even if people look at you through the mirror of what you did or your past, challenge yourself that no, I'm still God's child. I'm still the one that Baba has hope on. And when He has not given up on me, why should I give up on myself? And let me take this as a challenge that I can still be that pure, peaceful being that Baba knows I am. And I can still come back to that. And that's very, very important because it is Baba's love that you have to bank upon. You cannot allow human love or withdrawal of human love to forget, to make you forget believing in Baba's love. So even if a human doesn't accept you, don't give up on yourself. And humans love assets, they don't love liabilities. So turn yourself into an asset and they will love you back. What's the big deal? So when you become an asset, everybody loves you. So do that. And don't give up on yourself, because Baba has not given up on you. Very, very important. So this is something. And then in the slogan also, Baba talks about solitude again, eknami and ekantvas. So eknami, when you belong to one, you can be merged in the love of one. So when you belong to one, you can, and when people are in love, they always try to find alone time. So you want to be together with the one you love, and you want to be away from the world. And Baba says, you should have this love with Baba. So practice, being in Baba's remembrance and solitude, and creating your introverted state. So there are many divine virtues. Purity is the foundation of them. And then there is this very important virtue of Antar Mukta. Antar Mukta means introversion, and it's a divine virtue, and every Brahmin soul should pay a lot of attention to Antar Mukta. And what is Antar Mukta? So this is the Mukh. Okay? It has eyes, ears, nose, mouth, everything is in the Mukh. Everything is in the face. So in Antar Mukta means you go beyond these. You go under. That's introversion. Introversion, how it's thought about in the world, that's not the meaning of introversion in Gyan. So introversion is antarmukhi. Antarmukhi means you go beyond your senses, you go beyond what you're seeing, what you're hearing, what you're eating, and whatever is happening around you, and just see yourself as a peaceful point of light, and stay and relish the loveful feelings that your heart holds for Baba. And Baba says, when you practice this enough, then you create your avyakt stage. And what is an avyakt stage? It is angelic stage. So when you keep practicing this, then you start vibrating at the frequency of an angel. And then everything angelic can be done through you. Baba can do it through you. So practice this introversion and solitude and this one-to-one getting together with Baba every day. So this is again and again, that cannot be done as a law or a rule or a practice. It can only be done in love. So love is very, very important. And then there is, in the Murli, Baba talks about Ravan being incognito. So, Ravan doesn't have a form. And it's very interesting that you cannot fight somebody who is not there. So, no form. So, who do you fight? Yes, so you cannot take away from Ravan because he doesn't have a form. So, and I always use this example, and it's the only example I think which fits in. So, Ravan is like darkness, absence of light, and you cannot do anything to darkness. Whatever you can do is you can do it to light. Because light is something and darkness is the absence of something. So you cannot do anything to that which is founded on the absence of something. So that's why Baba says, you understand, Ravan, that Ravan is, Ravan doesn't have a form, Ravan doesn't exist per se. So Ravan is a product of your weakness. So Ravan is vices. And then how you get rid of Ravan is by following Shrimat. So when you reinstate your powerful and virtuous self by following Shrimat, then you win over Ravan. And what is Shrimat? So there are two things that Baba states today. First thing is be soul conscious. And we have to think of ourselves, see ourselves, and behave as souls. So connect with your eternal nature, connect with your virtues and powers that are there in the soul. And being soul conscious is the first practice that Baba gives in Shrimat. Do you practice to be soul conscious? Yes. Not just a point. Okay. So an eternal point, a peaceful point, a royal and dignified point, child of God. So you're worthy. So worthy point. You're a point, but you're very worthy. And you're not ordinary. And not ordinary, not in the sense that you're like those extraordinary people begging for respect. You are very extraordinary and you have self-respect. You know how worthy you are. You know how worthy your time, your thought, your energy is. So seeing yourself as a worthy soul, a peaceful soul, a calm soul, a knowledgeful soul who knows exactly how to respond to everyone and everything. So create that sense of self. And Ravan has created ego, and what ego means is a false sense of self. Ego is nothing but a false sense of self. So Ravan has made you believe that you are someone which you are not. And then when you reinstate your true sense of self, and then you are able to defeat Ravan. And Ravan has told you that you work to get something, but Baba says that a soul is on the field of action and a soul is Anand Swarup, and you realize your Anand Swarup by expressing whatever is recorded inside of you. So that's why you are sent on the field of action, because when you express yourself, you realize your Anand Swarup. So Baba tells us everything true about ourselves, and when we become soul conscious, we think of ourselves as we are and we start going back to who we are. And that's Shrimat. And so Shrimat is a lot of things, but today Baba has pointed out this thing. So this we will pay attention. And the second thing that Baba very categorically says is, remember your home of peace. And keep forgetting this Dukdham, this world. And this world exists here. You remove it from here, it gets removed from there. You invoke the new world here, the new world comes into being there. That's how powerful you are. Yes, you can eliminate what is and you can bring about what is not by erasing it from here and bringing what you seek here. So Baba says, this is Shrimat, keep following that. And when you do that, then You will defeat Ravan, and then there'll be Ram Rajya, the world of happiness, the world of purity. Okay, so this is about today's Murli.